Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING. Get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator exclusively on DRF Bets. Dan Illman and Mike Beer kicking off the Pick Six at Santa Anita on Sunday with stakes action. Race number 5 is at 7/8 of a mile. It's for 3-year-old fillies. It's the Angels Flight Stakes. $75,000 is the purse. We're going 7/8 of a mile. Let's take a look at this field. The favorite in here likely to be the number 4, Ida. 4-5 on the morning line, and all Ida does is win. She's won 5 of 7. She's won her last 4. She's a Grade 1 stakes winner, and for some reason, I've never been blown away by Ida.
I haven't either. Can't deny that she's gotten on a pretty good run. Couldn't quite get there in her first 2 starts, although she was placed first in her debut. She's just gone forward since then, though, Dan. There's no denying it.
She's won her last 2 races around 2 turns. She's going to cut back sprinting. She's done very well sprinting in her career. The question is, where will she be placed in the early portion of this race? We throw up the Timeform US Pace Projector. Elm Drive, the number 3, who really started her career like she was going to be a very good one and then kind of bombed in her last 2 starts. She could make the lead. I have a feeling Ida's going to be very, very close to the number 4. Unsolved Mystery brings some Turf Paradise speed to the equation.
Yeah, the pace. I thought the pace scenario was pretty tough to figure out. I won't be surprised if Elm Drive is a little fresh off the layoff here, and maybe they get aggressive with her again. But man, I don't know that she's the fastest horse early in here.
A horse that's looking for a fast pace up front's the number 1, Classical Romance, stepping up in class off of a first-level allowance win, going 2 turns at Santa Anita on April the 8th. Let's watch that race right now. Classical Romance is last, turning into the stretch. She is a big price. She has work to do, and she runs them down.
Yeah, I mean, talk about, falling into a perfect trip here. It's the longest shot on the board. It's a 4-horse field. The other 3, for whatever reason, that they just lined up and started racing up the backstretch, and Classical Romance just sat behind them the entire way. Here she comes, final 1/8 of a mile, and runs them down off of an absolute perfect trip, and she's in way over her head as she cuts back in this race.
She has 1 route to sprint in her career. However, the 2 is Empire Gal. 1 start last year. I thought it was very, very impressive at Del Mar, going 6.5 furlongs. We're going to watch that race right now. Adair Manor was in this race. Adair Manor got very good when stretched out around 2 turns. Empire Gal, though, stayed on the outside, made a 3-4 wide bid on the turn, and wins in ridden out fashion, Mike. I thought it was a very visually impressive performance. And a 76 buyer for a 2-year-old in November, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I thought she ran really well in here. Sort of handy from the start, just sort of staying on the outside. And when she came for it, really, sort of took over without too much trouble in the stretch and was ridden out at the end. Really, really nice debut. Comes right back in a sort of a logical spot here. I mean, it's obviously tougher for her. There are a couple of good horses in here, but I won't be surprised when she fits right in.
You make the argument that Elm Drive, the number 3, is just simply dirtied up. She ran well in her first 2 starts with fast figures. They tried her in the Del Mar debutante. She got cooked up in a speed duel that day and didn't run very well. They tried her 2 turns in the Chandelier, and I thought in the Chandelier that day at Santa Anita, you wanted to be close to the inside, and she was way out in the middle of the track.
Yeah, it was surprising, if nothing else, and I'm not going to defend her performance there because it wasn't good, but it was surprising that they tried to rate her that day. First time on the stretch out for a horse who had shown enough speed sprinting, and they didn't even try to make a lead with her in the Chandelier. Very disappointing. She was obviously disappointing in the debutante as well. I really liked her first 2 starts. I thought she looked like a filly with a lot of potential, and I'm very interested to see how she runs off the left. I wouldn't bet her at the 5-2 morning line.
Ida's the number 4, transferred from Bob Baffert to Sean McCarthy, seeking the 5th straight victory. Let's watch her performance in the Grade 3 Santa Isabel, going 1 mile and a 16th. She showed good early speed. I liked how the jock backed down the fractions on the back stretch, and she has just enough left to hold off the closers. It was the first time, really, that she ran a super fast race, an 88 buyer speed figure, and I guess a repeat of that effort makes her very, very tough again.
It probably does. But I mean, listen, you still have to realize that she took advantage a little bit in this race. It didn't seem like going in that she was necessarily going to be able to control the pace, Dan, and she was able to control the pace there. And then she just held on at the end. I feel like you and I need to stop knocking her. I feel like we do all of her races, and you and I never really like her that much, and we knock her, and then she keeps winning. So I'm not going to do that here. And she's the horse to beat cutting back, but I'm betting somebody else.
Unsolved Mystery is the number 5. She's won 2 in a row. A maiden claiming victor, sprinting, going 6 furlongs at Santa Anita. And then they found a great spot for 75,000. 2-turn race, Turf Paradise. It's the Arizona Oaks. You watch Unsolved Mystery utilizing stretch out speed to make the front, and she's game to win.
Yeah, I mean, another filly who's just coming into this race, at least in good form. It's obviously a pretty significant step up in class for her, but she could get forward in this race, and then we'll just see if if this time Ida doesn't want the lead, maybe Unsolved Mystery can take it.
Kristen Botch completes this field for trainer John Sadler. Tyler Bayes aboard 6-1 on the morning line. Really liked her debut on the dirt sprinting. She fell far back early after not breaking great, rallied late. It's the kind of debut you want to see. And in her second lifetime start, they stretched her all the way out and switched her to turf, and she ran big. She was not only on the lead throughout, but she was taking pressure through some legitimate fractions, and she refused to lose. I think this filly has potential, and I think this filly can equate or equal what she's done on turf to dirt.
I agree. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what she does here as they switch back again and now cut her back to another shorter distance here, because it is at least worth pointing out she's by Midnight Loot. The dam side family is all turf. There's a ton of turf down there, so I'm not surprised they switched her last time. But she ran great winning that race, and I'm with you. I thought her career debut going 6.5 on the main track, deceptively good performance, very useful run for her. I think she can handle the switch back to dirt.
Please click the subscribe button on the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel. Instant access to all of DRF TV's latest videos. Top pick time. Mike, I know you were taken by Kirsten Botch both of her first 2 races. I think that she can sit a good trip in here. I think the pace will be solid going 7/8, and I like her turning back to 7.
I like all those things too, and it just feels like she's going to be a fair price in here. I'm willing to take a shot against the favorite with this horse.
Empire Gal, the number 2, has lots to overcome because this is her first start of the year, and she has to go 7, which is not easy off of a lengthy layoff. But she looked so good visually to me that I do want to give her a chance, especially if Ida is overbet. Ida, the horse to beat, will try to beat her. Mike with Kirsten Botch, me with Empire Gal in the Angels Flight at Santa Anita on Sunday. Good luck.